Ready?
Go.
Look at my hair. Oh my goodness. Turn the light on.
Got it.
So much of it. Oh, it's so pretty.
Wow.
Thanks so much. I was really surprised. I didn't know it was this big. It's so big.
Oh my god, I still can't get over it.
Neither can I.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I've got my sister here to debut her luscious fro, which literally no one had ever seen before. You are witnessing the same time as us all the hair that was hiding beneath her twist. She was even shook, as I'm sure you saw in the video clips. But so today we'll be going over just really brief like an intro to her hair and just kind of discussing differences between our hair as sisters. And yeah, that's it. So to start, yes, I am the older sister. This is my younger sister. We're pretty similar in age, if that's important to anyone. But no, we are not twins. I don't know who would be thinking that, but sometimes people be asking. So that's out of the way. First, let's talk about our hair type. So I feel like you guys are kind of familiar with my hair type. No, I haven't really gone over everything specific. But just to sort of like summarize, I have high density, medium to thin strands. I think every now and then I have maybe some coarse strands, but I feel like for the most part my hair is on the thinner side. Very dry, tangles very easily. It's a mixture of all the type 4s, A, B, and C, but mainly 4C. The part in the front is the loosest, around like 4B. And then the nape is like kind of like 4A-ish, and then there's 4C like everywhere else. And currently I am at about like hip length.
Yeah, so my hair type, it's mainly 4C. I do have some looser areas in the front and in the back, especially so in the back around the nape. My strands are medium to coarse. I think that there's a lot more medium parts than there are coarse ones.
I think she has more coarse hair than medium, but okay.
And I've been finding a few fine ones recently, so we pray to fix that. My hair is pretty dry. It tangles very easily. It's also about the same length as Imani's right now. It goes down to about my hips.
She's tailbone length.
It's definitely not longer than Imani's.
Let us prove. Let us prove. Once and for all. Here we go. Length check. Coming to you. I don't know if I'm in the frame. Okay. Here we go. So my hair ends here.
It's like almost on my tailbone.
And my tailbone.
There are some long pieces that go down to the tailbone. Oh, nope, that one's loose.
Okay, the longest strands are like reaching the top of that's the top of my tailbone actually. But there's like 2 strands reaching that, so.
Let me see if more reach it. Okay, yeah, more reach my tailbone.
There you go, y'all. She's tailbone length.
That's a lot of
We've
length.
learned a lot today. Okay, there we go. That's her current length. That's my current length, I guess. Okay, so next I want to talk about kind of our hair journeys. If we have any similarities or differences and how that went for us. Basically, in a nutshell, it was pretty much the same because we grew up in the same household. Our mom took care of our hair while we were children until we reached about high school. And then that's when we started taking care of our own hair. So that's where everything fell apart because we didn't know what we were doing and we were just, children. So we grew up under our mom's care. Our hair was probably the longest it had ever been in our life, around between the ages of like 10 to 13. For me, closer to 10. For my sister, probably closer to like 13-ish. And at that time, I would say our hair was waist length, but we were children. Our torsos were about a foot long. So, take that for what it is. And then, yeah, we hit high school and we started messing everything up. My hair was probably this length. Like the long strands were touching my shoulders all throughout high school. What about you?
Yeah, my hair was also about this length. Actually, if you look at my ID photos, every year in high school, you could see my hair like consistently getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, my hair. We also never relaxed our hair as children. So I think the first time I got a relaxer was the last year of high school for me, and that's when it was the shortest as well.
Yeah, my first relaxer, now that you mention it, was when I got to high school, so when I entered ninth grade, because I remember I wanted a relaxer for a long time, but my mom wouldn't let me, and so when I got to high school, she finally let me. I think the length of my relaxing period was literally like a year. I probably had like 2 relaxers in the entire time, and then I gave up. After that, like, the relaxing was too expensive, it was too frequent, it was too much, and so we just went on that, let's take care of our own hair by washing once a week and blow drying it and using all the brushes and straightening and not deep conditioning and not using anything because we didn't know what we were doing and basically pulling all of our hair out and frying it at the same time. So that started in the 9th grade, and that was our hair care routine. Once a week, wash, don't condition, wash with all the sulfates, don't condition, blow dry, straighten, repeat.
Yeah.
So we basically had our hair being taken care of by a hairstylist most of our childhood. We had the same hairstylist. And so she would straighten our hair, trying to get us on that heat training. I remember back then we thought that was the way. And that's why we were lost. But yeah, so we went to her every 2 weeks for a long time.
Yeah.
And get our hair silk pressed out.
Yeah. My hair broke so much just from not taking care of it in high school. One half of my hair was significantly shorter than the other, so much so that there was this little, it was a big patch actually of hair that just was never straight. And my stylist called it my African patch. That was a thing that happened. We now know better.
Yeah, those were the days. She used to tell us a lot of things. She was like, oh, your hair is so thick, but don't worry, we're going to heat train it. It'll get better. Can you imagine wanting to thin out your hair by damaging it?
Yeah.
That was the reality we were told.
Yeah.
Our hair was too thick. So, yeah, that was our childhood, and let's see. So us going natural isn't us really stepping away from relaxers because we had such a short time being relaxed. We don't really count that. Us going natural was when we started to learn how to take care of our own hair and actually treat it well and have it grow healthy. So for me, that started. I discovered the natural hair community around late 11th grade, and so I big chopped when I went to college. So that was after the 12th grade. So I count my going natural in 2012 when I graduated high school and got into college.
Yeah, so Imani discovered it before I did. So I knew about the natural hair community because she was very involved. But I didn't actually go natural until also my first year of university. I stopped getting a relaxer when I went to university, but I big chopped in January of 2015, which was mid-year mid of that school year. So that's when I consider going natural.
So next I want to talk about our hair care routines, how they are similar, how they differ, anything like that. So I feel like you guys are familiar with my hair care routine at this point, but just for the sake of simplicity, I will give you an outline. So my hair care routine is once a month, I do wash day and all the moisturizing and stuff. And then within the month, I'll re-moisturize every week. If I'm being really good, usually not that frequently, maybe once every 2 weeks. But what's more important is if I were to wear it out of the secondary protective style, I will do the re-moisturizing then when I put it back into its protective style. So I'll use water, a leave-in, and castor oil and either retwist it or, put the twists back up off my shoulders. And I use clay wash to wash, and I deep condition, and I don't use any tools outside of a wide tooth comb. And I wash my hair loose in sections. Loose in sections meaning not in twists. Okay. What are you?
Yeah, on my side, I usually do wash day about once a month as well. I do use shampoo. My scalp is really sensitive. It like gets a lot of dandruff most of the time, so I try to keep it as clean as possible. So no co-washes for me. My hair really likes clay wash, but my scalp doesn't, so I don't do them as often anymore. So it's mainly just shampoo and then a DC. These days I do wash my hair in twists. It's usually big twists. If I'm feeling real lazy that week, I'll just leave my hair in the like 30 something twists I put it in and just wash it like that. Makes wash day go real quick, but makes retwisted real slow. So yeah, I'm trying to fix that. But after washing, usually, like I said, I use a leave-in oil, my favorite butter, to retwist my hair. I keep it in about the 30 to 35 twists. And then I leave it like that for the whole month. I usually maybe like re-moisturize halfway through that. I leave it in the twist. I'll just spray it with water, add the butter, and that's like it. That's usually enough for my hair. The main problem with my like head, I guess, is usually my scalp. So if I'm re-washing my hair, it's mainly because my scalp is acting up.
Just to make that easier to understand, main differences between our hair care routines, because they're actually really similar, because as I mentioned, we have similar hair, just like, minor differences, is so she washes in twists, I wash loose. For now, but I haven't mentioned this yet, my hair is getting to a length where like the loose routine is like getting really overwhelming. So I'm thinking of switching back to washing in twist, but we're not there yet. So currently I wash loose and twist. I like to use clay wash for now. She only uses shampoo. She also sometimes uses the Denman brush still.
I use the Denman after washing, usually for retwisting, because it makes it nice and fast. It does break hair. I do not recommend you start using the Denman. If you were using the Denman, you were like, it breaks my hair. Just because my hair is thick does not mean the Denman will make your hair thick.
Amen. Let us use our good rationale and logic, people.
But yeah, I do use the Denman. I think that using a wide tooth comb would be better for me too. It's just it doesn't go as fast as I want it to.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if I had this much hair to spare, I'd be breaking it with the Denman too. Like,
So
it's clearly not causing too much of a detriment, so it's fine. But yeah, there's that as well. Oh, and the main difference between our hair, which is something that I realized maybe like actually pretty recently, maybe like a year to 2 years ago, is that I think it may be a difference in texture, and I mean texture not like curl type, but texture like strand
density,
chemistry, biology, yeah, like probably thickness of the strand, which is why I mentioned earlier, I think her hair is coarse. It's because our hair grows really differently. So my hair, as everyone knows at this point, doesn't grow unless it's in like secondary protective styles. But my sister, she's been able to grow her hair almost to this length just by keeping it only twisted. Like no secondary protective style. She just puts it in the twist and like lives her life like as she pleases, with the twists doing as they please. Like they be on her clothes, on the wherever she lives, that's where the twists are, and they continue to lengthen. Like my hair stopped doing that at this length. So yeah, that's the main reason why I think there's a difference in our strand density. I know she thinks she's mainly medium, but I think she's close to the coarse side.
I really think it's medium.
So we just gonna agree to disagree, but y'all take that as you wish. If you think your hair may be more similar to hers, then like maybe you might want to think about adopting some of the practices she uses. If you think your hair is more close to mine, then like, take these differences into account. Like small differences seem to make a big impact. So
with that said though, I did like sort of plateau for a little bit. I noticed that my hair wasn't growing about 2 years ago. And Imani, with all the smarts, came in and was like, why don't you try putting your hair in a ponytail? Just take it off your shoulders. It won't be touching your clothes. And I was like, maybe that's a good idea. I did it literally like right after my hair started growing again. Good tips, y'all, she gives.
Listen, she got the smarts. She knows what she's talking about. Yes, so she did, as she mentioned, she reached a plateau. Granted, it was a lot lower than mine. I think her plateau.
My hair was sitting well at my like shoulders and twists.
Yeah, her twists were really
They
long.
were pretty long.
So my twists, they were really short. I think in braids my hair reached here. When I plateaued, her hair in twists was about like it was about like this.
It was around my. It like sat at my collarbones.
Okay,
in the twist.
In twist, mine in braids hit my collarbone, so there was a big length difference there. I think it was her hair was actually waist length.
It
like,
was
waist length.
twist.
It was waist length.
Yeah,
my hair was bra strap length. So there you go. We hit plateaus, but just at different places. So yeah, but a main difference. So she was able to do a really simple secondary protective style. So in a ponytail, your hair is still like touching things sometimes, just not all the time. My hair can't touch things like at all. So. You know, that's a small difference there. But yeah, we both hit plateaus just at different places. So next, staple products. You guys know my staple products. I think I discussed them in my last video. I like to use oil and castor oil and water. Pretty much all I use. I don't like mess with butters anymore. I don't change around deep conditioners. My deep conditioner is literally just a conditioner I leave in for 10 minutes. So yeah, I basically only use oil, Terra Essentials, and castor oil at this point.
I only have one staple product, and it's that butter for twisting I was talking about. For me, it's Camille Rose's Almond Dry. It'd be so thick. It'd be so creamy. The crazy thing about it is that it doesn't have any butters in it. It's just a bunch of emulsified oils. So I think that maybe my hair just really likes oil and not so much butter. But I love that product. I've been using it for years. It still works for me, and I love it dearly. I've also noticed my hair likes dark oils. So it likes olive oil, but it likes avocado oil more. So I use avocado oil sometimes. I don't use it as much anymore. I also use castor oil on my scalp and on my ends. But all the other products, like honestly, I rotate them or I just try new stuff. I haven't really found a shampoo that I'm super in love with or a deep conditioner I'm super in love with. I try new stuff and most of the time they just work well enough. So it's never detrimental when I try new things, but I haven't found anything that I love the same way that I love that Almond Dry though.
Okay, last, I figured I'd just tell you guys what's going on with our hair right now, because I'm sure people are going to ask in comments, and I don't type 120 words per minute like my sister does, so I'm not going to get to all those. So, what we're doing, we have blow-dried our hair, obviously, and we detangled it over the course of a week after it was blow-dried, because this is our life. Yeah, it took a real long time.
You really did.
It was matted for both of us. For some reason, we did not do well this last month in our hairstyles.
Yeah, we got it like wet in twists and everything.
Goodness.
It was dry in the twist and then it was wet in the twist.
Yes,
we just did lots bad.
Then I washed it in the twist matted with African black soap. Yes, no, everything was wrong. So it was actually matted when we blow dried it. Because we didn't have the time then. So we took the time over the course of last week to finger detangle out the mats. And yeah, and then we just took them loose. And this is what's happening.
Nice little blowout twist out.
Blowout action.
Going.
Swinging.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. So that's all that's going on. And we plan to straighten it. I don't know if she wants to straighten her hair. If she will, okay, y'all gonna get double the straightening pleasure. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all we have for you this video. So see you in the next one. Matane. Bye. Oh my God, you said matane at the same time.
I know, I really.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What is going on here?